Join me as I dive into the challenge of figuring out if I'm mentally drained and how to recharge my brain in just one day. Mental exhaustion is a crisis that's quietly sweeping the modern world. It's a feeling of being utterly drained, depleted, and exhausted, to the point where even getting out of bed becomes a monumental task. And if you're watching this video, chances are you're no stranger to this crippling sensation. The question is, what exactly is mental exhaustion? And why is it becoming an epidemic in today's fast-paced world? The truth is, we're living in a society that celebrates busyness, where being productive and getting things done is the ultimate badge of honor. But in this relentless pursuit of productivity, we're forgetting to take care of our own minds. We're neglecting to recharge, to unwind, and to prioritize our own well-being. And that's precisely when mental exhaustion starts to creep in. Mental exhaustion isn't just about feeling tired. It's about feeling like you're running on empty, with no gas left in the tank. It's about feeling like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of stress, anxiety, and burnout. And if you're not careful, it can slowly start to consume your entire life. So, let's talk about the signs and symptoms of mental exhaustion. Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling like you've been hit by a truck, with a sense of dread and anxiety that you can't shake off? Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions, without any sense of purpose or passion? Have you ever struggled to concentrate, to focus, or to make even the simplest decisions? One of the most common signs of mental exhaustion is a feeling of chronic fatigue. You might be getting enough sleep, but you still wake up feeling tired, sluggish, and unmotivated. You might feel like you're constantly running on autopilot, without any energy or drive to pursue your goals and dreams. Another symptom of mental exhaustion is a loss of interest in activities you once loved. You might find yourself feeling disconnected from your hobbies, your passions, and your relationships. You might start to withdraw from social gatherings, from events, and from activities that once brought you joy. Mental exhaustion can also manifest as physical symptoms, like headaches, stomach problems, and muscle tension. You might experience mood swings, irritability, and explosive outbursts, even over the smallest things. In addition, mental exhaustion can start to affect your daily life and work performance. You might struggle to meet deadlines, to complete tasks, or to deliver results. You might feel like you're constantly playing catch-up, without any sense of control or direction. Mental exhaustion can also take a toll on your personal relationships. You might become short-tempered, irritable, and snappy, causing friction with your loved ones. You might start to feel like you're a burden to others, like you're not good enough, or like you're not worthy of love and support. So, what causes mental exhaustion? Is it just a simple matter of being stressed out, or is there something more going on? The truth is, mental exhaustion is a complex issue, with a multitude of factors that contribute to its development. One of the primary causes of mental exhaustion is stress. When we're constantly exposed to stress, our bodies start to wear down, our minds start to fatigue, and our energy starts to deplete. Another cause of mental exhaustion is overcommitment. When we take on too much, when we say yes to every request, and when we push ourselves to the limit, we start to burn out. Lack of self-care is also a major contributor to mental exhaustion. When we neglect to prioritize our own well-being, when we don't make time for ourselves, and when we don't practice self-compassion, we start to crumble. Mental exhaustion can also be triggered by traumatic events, like the loss of a loved one, a job change, or a major life transition. Any event that shakes our sense of security, our sense of identity, or our sense of purpose can send us spiraling into mental exhaustion. So, let me share with you a personal story that illustrates the impact of mental exhaustion and the journey toward recovery. I remember when I was working on a project that consumed my entire life. I was working 18-hour days, 7 days a week, without any break, without any rest, and without any reprieve. I was running on adrenaline, on caffeine, and on sheer determination, but deep down, I was dying. I was exhausted, I was depleted, and I was drained. I felt like I was a shell of my former self, like I was just going through the motions without any sense of purpose or passion. But one day, I hit rock bottom. I woke up, and I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't face the day, I couldn't face my work, and I couldn't face myself. That's when I realized that I needed to make a change, that I needed to take care of myself, and that I needed to prioritize my own well-being. I started taking time off, I started practicing self-care, and I started reconnecting with my loved ones. It wasn't easy, it wasn't simple, and it wasn't quick, but slowly, I started to recharge, I started to revive, and I started to rediscover myself. So, what's the takeaway from today's video? Mental exhaustion is real, it's common, and it's treatable. It's not a sign of weakness, it's not a sign of failure, and it's not a sign of inadequacy. It's a sign that you're human, that you're vulnerable, and that you need to take care of yourself. So, if you're feeling mentally exhausted, please know that you're not alone, that you're not crazy, and that you're not broken. You're just tired, you're just worn out, and you're just in need of some TLC. Thanks for watching, and if you have experienced mental exhaustion, I'd love to hear your story in the comments below. Also, be sure to check out our other videos on mental health, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on self-care, personal growth, and mindfulness.